is also on this side. So today hand we are dealing with a topic called as bioluminescence. Okay, so let's get started. So basically we'll be starting with the definition as usual. So it is the emission of light, the emission of light from a living organism, the emission of light from a living organism that functions for its survival or propagation, that functions for its survival or propagation. So basically the bioluminescence is a cold light. It's a cold light which is resulting from a biochemical reaction, which is resulting from a biochemical reaction involving a lot of different types of chemical process, which is often specific for the organism, So here the bioluminescent organism occur mostly in the marine environment. Please do remember that they occur in the marine environment, and it is one of the major communication mechanism in the deep sea where the light cannot penetrate. In the deep sea, or rather what we call as the benthic area in which the light cannot penetrate. So at that place it is a major communication mechanism, and it is very less common as compared to in the terrestrial region. Okay, deal with. So basically bioluminescence can be thought of a chemiluminescence as well. It can be called as a chemiluminescence as well. Why? Because it is catalyzed by an enzyme named as luciferase. Deal with. Okay. The name of the enzyme is luciferase. Okay. Now, the light emission from an organism needs to be distinguished from other forms as well. So it may have biological function, different fluorescence or diffractions as well. Okay, deal with. Now, the wide range of the bioluminescence is they are found throughout the biosphere. But only at the levels below the mammal and the plants. Which means the mammals do not show the property of the bioluminescence. Rather, the phylum which are before the mammals, they are only showing the bioluminescence characteristic. Okay, deal with. And their occurrence appears randomly distributed among the genera, and sometimes it is found in the genus but not in the others. Okay, deal with. So there will be in some species of a genus but not in the other species of the same genus. So there are 17 phyla and 700 genera containing luminous species. I repeat, there are 17 phyla and 700 genera containing luminous species. So the bioluminescence has been demonstrated in cephalopods, copepods, ostracods, amphipods and euphausids. A lot of different fishes are there, annelida are there, and jellies as well. But to name a few marine species, ultimately on land as well, there are some bioluminescent organisms, and a lot of them are from the phylum Arthropoda, like the insects, fireflies, glowworms, click beetles, and some Diptera. It is an order of the phylum Arthropoda. So deal with. Okay. Now there are other luminescent fungi as well which are found on the glowing wood, which means like the dead and the decaying wood, like they are growing on the dead and the decaying wood, and they are luminescent. So ultimately the wood will look like as a glowing wood. There are some bioluminescent bacteria as well, which occur in both terrestrial as well and marine as well. So deal with those cases as well. In only a few cases of the bioluminescence component from the various system had been categorized. So the overall chemistry, if I'll be dealing with, but beforehand I'll be going for the example. So here, on my left, the Pholas dactylus here, which is present in the UK, which is commonly called as Pidoc. Okay, you can observe it here. This is what we call as a Pholas dactylus, which is also called as Pidoc. Okay, it has a worldwide distribution, and on my right, I'm observing the purple jellyfish, which is very common in the Mediterranean Sea, and it is also called as Pliny the Elder. Okay, deal with. Now, if I am dealing with the anatomic distribution of them, that the component of the bioluminescent system within the organism is quite varied. They all have different types of the bioluminescence property. But here, the bioluminescent gives clues to the source of the component and the storage, transport, or the functional role of the luminescence. One key organ is the photophore. One key organ is the photophore, that is called as a light producing organ. Which is called as a light producing organ. So we can deal with that case as well. Okay. Now, in case of the luminous fishes and very vividly in the cephalopods, the photophores are normally made up of complex photogenic molecules. That is called as photogenic cells. We call them as HV cells. Okay, deal with. And what is the reaction center? So they are detected in the stomach, in the secretory organ, and in the liver of the some organism. Okay, deal with. Which means like they are present at the synthesis or the storage portions. Now, what is the geographical distribution? What is the geographical distribution of them? So here, basically, they are found worldwide. They are found worldwide. Okay, phosphorescence activity in the seawater. Okay, deal with. Particularly densely in the base and the coral reef, where high concentration of the nutrients are promoting the bloom of the responsible organ. Proper location is a Puerto Rico. The proper location is a Puerto Rico, where is like the bioluminescent bay. The name itself has given as bioluminescent bay, which is having the spectacular display of the dinoflagellate luminescence called as red tide. Called as red tide. Okay, deal with. They have the luminescent phytoplankton as well. And the great variety of the fireflies are found in the temperate to the tropical regions. Like ultimately examples are America, China, and the Southeast Asia. Okay, deal with. Now, how come the bioluminescence is working? So here, basically, all the bioluminescence reactions are involving the oxidation of the organic molecule, oxidation of the organic molecule called as luciferin, which is a protein, and the reaction is catalyzed by an enzyme called as luciferase. Okay, so the bioluminescence intensity is assumed to reflect the velocity of the enzyme substrate reaction. And this intensity is used to analyze the kinetics on the Michaelis-Menten equation. So basically it was a puzzle. Firstly, it was a puzzle that the bioluminescence of the aquarium and the subsequently of several other organisms as well. So here, it is not to involve the oxygen kinetically, and the proteins were labeled as photoprotein. So eventually, it is established that the oxygen has already bounded to the luciferin, and the photoprotein therefore could be more accurately of as a luciferase binding stabilized reaction center. So here I am having the equation. In the A equation I am having like the luciferin, which is reacting with the oxygen. So ultimately if luciferin is reacting with the oxygen in presence of the enzyme called as a luciferase, the newly formed molecule will be called as none other than oxyluciferin. And we do know that due to the respiration activity, we will be forming carbon dioxide as a byproduct and the other HV molecule, which is like the light energy molecule. And in the second case, we are having photoprotein, which is reacting with the calcium, forming the protein selentramide. Protein selentramide and the carbon dioxide and one molecules of energy, that is called as HV. Okay, deal with. So till date, there are 5 distinct chemical classes of luciferin. I repeat, there are 5 distinct chemical classes of the luciferin, which are named as aldehyde, benzothioazoles, imidazole pyrazines, tetrapyroles, and flavins. An imidazole pyrazine derivative is called as selentrazine in the B reaction. Selentrazine. It is a luciferin found in the selentrates and many other bioluminescence system. So basically, the bioluminescence plays an important role in the ecology of the ocean, and the function of the bioluminescence in the ocean is more clearly understood in the context of essentially dark environment, which is below 200 meter, where light cannot penetrate. So ultimately there will be continuous dark environment day and night all the time. So the major functions of the bioluminescence are: first one is defense, the second one is the schooling of the fish luminous, the third one is a lure, the fourth one is a feeding, then the communication, and the last but not the least one for the mating, and then for the camouflage. defense, lure, feeding, communication, mating, and the camouflage. So deal with the cases. Okay. Now, hopefully this lecture has been beneficial for you guys. Thank you very much for your so much support. If you have any doubt, you can ask me there in the comment section as well. Okay. Thank you.